Instead of doing an agricultural fact of the day today, I wanted to show you what I've been doing at my school with my FFA chapter. In spring of last year, I applied for a grant through the National FFA Association, and my students and I were brainstorming one day when we were hosting a petting zoo for our elementary school. And one really big strength of our chapter is incubation. So continuously throughout the entire year last year, I was incubating chicken eggs. Every time that a group would hatch out, I would set another group. And this continued through the entire year. So I thought, because my students already had so much experience hatching out chicks, that we should do a grant project pertaining to hatching out chicks. We brainstormed a little bit more and we came up with the title Hatching the Future. So this was the application that I submitted in middle of May, early to middle of May last year, not anticipating that we would actually get it, but hey, I figured I'd throw in an application. I found out right before the beginning of the school year that we got approved for that grant. So we had funding, over $3,500 worth of funding, to purchase 6 brooder setups and 6 incubators, and to conduct this Hatching the Future project throughout our entire school. First group of chicks hatched out in March. Purchasing the supplies took a little bit of time. If you know anything about being an agricultural educator, an ag teacher in a high school, and an FFA advisor, no matter what, all the time, you're continuously busy. So by the time I finally got around to ordering the supplies, it was December. So our first group hatched out a couple of weeks ago, right before spring break, and they are in this pen. We start by brooding them in a setup like this. I have a heat plate that goes in there, and this is ideal for the first 2 weeks of their lives. This is the more longer term setup that we set up on Friday of last week. So we purchased these large sized pens that work very well for keeping these chicks in these kennels that we have installed in our barn. And this is where we will grow them out until they're old enough to be sexed. And then once we figure out male from female, we will sell them accordingly. We also have a local auction that we can send them to if we need to. So the issue of having too many animals and not having homes for them isn't really a problem for us. Basically, what I did was put a spin on what I was already doing at home that I had a lot of experience with. I can't remember off the top of my head how many incubators we have set and hatched out so far, but it's at least 9. The downfall is that I think the guinea hens that I have in my chicken coop, because we get the eggs from me, because my flock is NPIP AI tested, and I think that my guinea hens are screwing with the fertility rate of the eggs that we're setting in these incubators. Now, I've given my feelings on the Nurture Rate 360s. I don't love them, but the hatch rate just isn't where it should be right now. So the next project at home is moving the guinea hens out of the chicken coop so that the chickens can reproduce undisturbed. I also forgot to mention that when those chicks hatch out, they can be rehomed to anyone in the school or anyone in the community for $2 per chick donation fee to our FFA chapter. So we do see a little bit of a return from all of the work that we're doing.